So welcome to JG's Fight Talk. I've got a familiar face, my favourite, my favourite diabetic boxer.
Jeez, I'm surprised I'm your favourite one.
Honestly, mate, it's a joy to have you on. I've missed you, Luke. How are you doing?
I'm good, Joel. How are you keeping?
Yeah,
Good to be back.
really well. Thanks, mate. It's good to have you back. It was lovely to have Ender back on the other day, and it's just feeling we've got a bit of normality coming back, and it hasn't been an easy couple of months, a couple of years, to be honest. I know you've had your difficulties and stuff, but you've been a top support for me, and I appreciate it. But a less of the gooey,
No problem.
less of the gooey. We're here. We're not here to do a date. We're here to talk about Amir Khan versus Kell Brook happening this Saturday. But before we get into it, we're going to have a little bit of this.
Are you ready?
Evening. Right. Let's get to it, Luke. Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. I've got the stats here. Amir Khan, 39 fights, 34 wins, 21 knockouts. Kell Brook, 42 fights, 39 wins, 27 knockouts. When you look at it like that, there isn't a lot between them. Happening this Saturday, Manchester Arena, 19th of Feb, Sky Sports box office, 10 years later than it should have happened, but we are finally going to see it. The bad blood is going to come to the surface, isn't it? It's not going to be nice, is it? Let's be honest. These guys don't like each other.
No, they certainly don't. I think Khan is more on the wind-up than anything, though. I think the bad blood is coming from Kell, and we'll probably see him explode at the weigh-ins, especially when he's very hungry and dehydrated. I'd say tempers are going to flare at the weigh-in on Friday.
Yeah, definitely. So where are you going, Luke? This is the thing. We're at each other. We're normally at each other.
Yeah.
So where are you sitting with this one, mate? Because I think there might be an agreement.
I think so. To give you a bit of a roundabout answer, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, so to speak, 2012, I would have said Khan, 100%. No doubt about it. Even though he did get KO'd by Danny Garcia, I think he was just far superior to Kell at the time. And then if you'd have asked me 3 or 4 years later, I think Khan was sliding down as Kell was coming up. And it would have been Kell. And I think now, like, Khan's ceiling was much higher than Kell's was. But I think he's took a far steeper dip than Kell has. And I think they're both meeting. I think it's more of a 50-50 fight now than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And I just feel that Khan's same old problems are going to let him down. I think he's going to start off brilliantly. I think he's going to start off nice and fast, beating Kell to the punch for 4, 5, 6 rounds. But I think he'll get complacent and get caught in between a combination. And I think Kell's going to stop him mid to late rounds, maybe 8, 9, 10, somewhere around there.
Damn it.
Are we agreeing?
I am agreeing. 100% agreeing. I hate it. No, I think it's the fact that Amir Khan, it's exactly what it says on the tin, isn't it? He does come out fast every single time. He flies out. He chucks it all in there, tries to overwhelm you with speed and the quick shots. But I think Kell's going to find the glass jaw. And, a lot of people have said Kell Brook hits hard. For his size, he hits hard. And,
excuse me.
I just think that's going to be the one.
Like,
I think you're right. Mid to late rounds, I think he's knocking Khan out. Quickly, we've got Stephen McGurr. Good evening, guys. Hard to call. I always fancied Brook, but he looked completely shot versus Crawford. To be fair, though, I think a lot of people look shot versus Crawford. But then if you look at Amir Khan in other fights, some of the knockouts have been awful.
I do not want to call him glass jaw though. I think he does have a good chin. Can like I don't think you go 12 rounds with Maidana in a war if you don't have some whiskers on you. I just think Khan has been caught unawares with all his big knockouts. Like with Prescott, he was caught cold first round. With Canelo, he never expected that shot to come because Canelo feinted it off so well. With Garcia, that left hook came out of nowhere. And I think Khan's problem is when he gets knocked out is he thinks about his offense too much, not his defense. And he's too worried about what he's going to do, not what his opponent's about to do. I think that's why he gets caught unawares. And it's the shot you don't see that knocks you out at the end of the day. And I think that's why Brook's not going to be afraid to punch with Khan. Brook's been punched by Golovkin. He's been punched by Errol Spence. He's been punched by Crawford. He's been punched by Sean Porter. He's been in with big, strong men. And I think he'll happily stand and trade.
This is the guy that had screwed eye sockets and still wanted to keep going. It was literally the corner that pulled him out because he's a fighter.
Yeah.
And now, I think we're going to see it. You're going to see more.
Against Spence, like he did take a knee, but that's because he knew what was wrong with him. Like against Golovkin, like I remember I was in London for that fight, and there was no quitting him whatsoever. And obviously it was Ingle that took him out. At the time, everyone was saying, "Oh, why did he pull him out?" And it's only afterwards we realised what damage was done. So Brook's not afraid of a smack, and he'll stand and trade with Khan if Khan holds his feet. And unless Khan can not hold his feet for 12 rounds and box a masterclass decision, I can't see anything but Kell catching him.
Yeah. We've got Stephen jumping in again. It's the power of the Irish tonight. Could the weight also be an issue for Khan as well? I'm picking Brook, by the way, if he can control his emotions. Khan has him wound up something rotten. But to be fair, I think the thing that really annoyed Amir Khan in the gloves are off the other day was the fact that Kell turned around and said, "But you're a celebrity now," and that's going to be the
that's going to be the blood boil. To prove. Yeah, but I think like with Brook, like Stephen said there, made a good point about the weight. Brook was very adamant that the weight stipulation was all Khan. He wanted to fight at 154. He was saying, "Oh, why do you have to drag me down if you're so much better than me?" I think he is worried about the weight a little bit and how it might affect him. It could show down the stretch if he does gas out. But I think if he controls his emotions, like Stephen said, and boxes calm, he has to know he's not going to win the first 5 or 6 rounds. That just has to be a given in his mind. And once he can get through that, and he knows, right, I'm on the other side of it now, Khan's going to slow down, I'm going to step it up now and get the stoppage.
Well, we shall find out this Saturday at the Manchester Arena. Amir Khan versus
I'll be there
Kell
live,
Brook.
so look out for me when you're doing your watch along. Look out for me. I'll wave to you.
If I see you waving, I'm turning it off. But no, enjoy yourself, mate. Love every minute of it. And what
really
a fight!
Looking forward to seeing it. Yeah.
And Luke, you take care of yourself. As you say, we're both going for Kell Brook to win mid to late stoppage. Going to be a good one. Luke, thanks for coming on, and I'll see you soon. I expect some pictures and some video footage.
You'll see me with tears in my eyes if I see Crawford.
We know, mate. We know. But until then, have some of this.
Are you